It's a Tuesday night and we're checking out the cars at the Southern Park Mall here in Boardman, Ohio.
Yeah, it's perfect night out and we're by Steel Valley Brew Works. Let's go in there first.
Why, sure.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. Here we go. We got Steve Zimmerman here. You might know this mug from before. He's with the Cool Time Cruisers.
Yes, I am.
We had you a couple times on where? Down in
on Salem at the stadium.
Right.
We had the midnight show there. We had you at the Pizza Hut at the midnight cruise there. Yeah, that's where we met a couple times.
Yep.
And other shows.
Yeah. And you don't have those cars anymore, right?
No.
Okay.
Nope. One got totaled out.
Oh, what happened?
Young girl pulled out in front of me and T-boned her. We were laid up for 3 months. And
Oh, really?
yeah, I was pretty bad. Totaled the car out.
We're around here?
Yeah, outside of Lisbon, going to the first show of the year.
Oh, man.
Just finished it up and had 7 miles on the tires. Well, 7 years getting it done. And
Oh, that's a pisser, isn't it?
And I was coming up for the first show of the year, and it happened.
Oh, man. Oh,
But as long as we're okay,
yeah,
that's all
the
that
main
matters.
thing. You can
Then I ended up, and then I ended up with a 38 Dodge Coupe, and I turned around and sold it because it would eat me in gas, and it was high performance, and I just wanted something nice and calm, to cruise.
Yeah.
So I ended up buying this.
Well, luckily you're okay. You're
Oh
lucky.
yeah, yep, that's it.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Wow, that's
We
something.
walked away.
When did that happen? Last year?
No, that happened in 2015.
Oh, okay, a couple years
It's been
ago.
a few years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but I had the coupe for about 4 years, 5
That's
years.
somebody put all that work into it, and one little.
One little thing.
How old was the girl?
18 or 19.
I was gonna say young one.
Yeah. Just pulled right out in front, and it had the old disc brake. They didn't have disc brakes. It had the old drum brakes. And
Yeah. They don't stop too well,
no,
believe
my
me.
wife said, "Watch out," and I said, "I can't stop," and
Yeah.
we plowed her.
Yeah.
So,
That'll
well,
happen.
things like that happen.
Yeah.
We
Hey.
walked away. That's all matters.
That's it. That's
Yep.
it.
Yep.
Hey, Steve, what do we got? What are we sporting here today? A 53 Dodge
Coronet.
Look
Yep.
at this thing. Have you seen any more of these around ever?
Nope, I haven't found one yet. No, we haven't. Well, there's the one down there, 4 doors. We've seen a couple 4 doors, but the 2 doors, I haven't seen any 2 doors yet.
Where'd you pick this one up at?
Washington, PA.
Okay, around
Gentleman off there.
Pittsburgh area.
Yep, in the Pittsburgh area.
Getting rid of the estate or what?
Well, you getting rid of downsizing
he's
some of his
downsizing?
heart rods and everything, and I seen it and went up to purchase it. So
Is this the way you bought it with the mags on it and everything?
no, I put the mags on. I still had the original wheels. They had the original red wheels on with the hubcaps.
Okay.
And they had the poly tires. The car only has when I bought it, 65,000 original miles on it.
This is a beauty. This
you.
is a beauty.
Thank you.
All the chrome's original.
Everything's original except the dark green. It's been repainted. The roof is all original. That's the original color. It's never been touched, and it's all original 241 the red Ram Hemi.
Let's say that quick 3
Yeah,
times.
say that real quick. But
I'm glad you said that, not me.
and it's never been torn down. We took the old radiator out and put the aluminum radiator just to keep it cool, and that's all we did.
This is a stock engine.
Stock motor, 140 horsepower.
pretty big. That's pretty big. I thought it was a lot bigger than that.
Nope, it's like I said, it's the first Hemi it built.
So that's a Hemi.
Yep,
that's
a Hemi.
This is
The
the first
very
year for him, or the
Hemi
first
ever built.
Wow.
241.
They got any power?
And it does. It gets up and goes, but it don't have the quickness.
Right.
You know, like every other car. It takes its time, and it's a gyromatic.
Yeah, I saw that on the back. What's a gyromatic?
It's codified as a automatic 4-speed.
Okay.
You have first and second. You got to go up attack so far, and it automatically shifts a second. Push clutch in, go down to third and fourth, straight down because everything's on the tree. Go, tack her up, let her shift in fourth gear, and away you go.
Oh, that's something.
It took a while to learn.
Yeah. I've never heard anything like that.
So, yeah, it's like I said, all original interior, headliner, everything's all original. So
That's pretty amazing. This car's 70 years old.
Yeah.
You know how I knew that then? Yeah, that's from the year I was born. 53. I didn't have to think. I didn't have to think about it.
a little older than I am.
I didn't have to think about how old the car was.
Yeah, that's cool. But
Anyways, this is odd. I walk by this, I go, oh my God, we got to get this car. I've never seen anything like this.
No, you don't see any Dodge Coronets. Like I said, you see the 4 doors and everything, and no 2 doors.
You have any problem getting parts for her?
I haven't had any problems yet. And well, we changed over from 6-volt to 12-volt system, and all you did just get Chrysler wiring harness and just did it, and it worked out fine. That's the only thing we did.
That's a good upgrade, though.
Yeah, I had to.
Does it got seat belts in it?
No.
No?
I bought some. Eventually, I'm going to put them in.
Yeah.
I don't like driving without them.
Yeah, that's always a good upgrade.
Oh yeah. Yes.
I seen some guy last week. He was coming out of a car show in a 37. I think it was 37 Chevy or Pontiac, and he gunned it and lost control of it. Almost hit some people on the side of the road, and then he spun it around, and there was a tractor trailer coming down the road. He whacked into the trailer. He ended up no seatbelts on. He ended up coming out the back passenger window.
Yes, I've seen that.
You
That's
seen
right.
that?
Yes, I did.
That was, at first I was going, oh, what a dummy, what a dummy. And then I said, oh my God, that guy's head's hanging out the window.
Yeah, it is. Well, our Dart, we had the lap belts. My coupe had the lap belts, and that's what kind of saved my wife. When we hit, she pushed the windshield completely out, smashed it. If she didn't have the lap belt on, she would have went out the windshield. So at least I'm going to get the lap belts in this thing, and it saves you some, but you get bumped and bruised and everything. So.
Yeah, you never know when
But you walk away from it.
You never know when another 18-year-old girl's
don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Yes. Who knows?
Steve, thanks for sharing your ride with us.
Thank you for asking.
This is a beauty. This is really,
Thank you.
It's really unique and everything. I really like it. Okay, with me I have Victor Straczynski. Did I say that right?
Yes, you did.
Good Polish name, right?
Yes.
Okay. With his 29 and a half.
28 and a half.
Oh, 28 and a half Ford truck Model A.
Right.
Looks good. And what did you do to this thing?
I built this from ground up.
Okay.
I got it. It was a bread basket. I mean, it was terrible. My body man did a heck of a job on it. Mm-hmm. And all the parts are metal. And there's no fiberglass or anything like that. All parts are original.
So you shouldn't have any trouble finding parts for this with Don Snyder down the road here.
Right. I bought a lot off of Don Snyder.
Yeah, he's got everything. He's supposedly the world's largest Model A and Model T store.
Yes. Have you ever been down his warehouse and stuff and seen his cars?
We've been there numerous times.
Yeah, he's got quite a bit.
Yeah, he's into it. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
He's got a lot. Well, in fact, we were just down there not long ago. So I think last year. What was it? Last year, Greg? Yeah. Last year we were down there. We did a show down there again.
Well, see, my father-in-law, he's the one that got me into this. We have 3 other Model A's.
Okay.
We have a 31 Cabriolet, 31 Blindback. And
What's up blind back?
It's a 4-door, but there's no back window. It was a chauffeured car.
Oh, okay.
Some of the sedans had back windows. This one don't have a back window.
Okay.
Then we got a 30 Huckster that I'm working on now.
A Huckster.
That's back end's woody. It's a woody.
Okay.
So I'm working on it now.
What's a Huckster? It's not a Ford, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a Ford Huckster.
Yeah. A lot of them call them hacks because they went to the rail yards and picked up luggage and stuff.
Okay.
So they call them a hack.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's
I'm
a
not-
Huckster.
I'm not familiar with those. Never heard of that one before. See, I always learn something new in this show. You know, there's so many different cars and so many different
yeah.
things, and that's
Yeah.
what's nice about it. You just don't know everything. And
I know.
That's like a learning experience every time I come out here. And what are you sporting under the hood there, Victor?
It's a 4-cylinder, 58 horsepower,
Speed Demon.
speed demon.
How fast have you had her?
55 going downhill.
Oh, God. Gee. Yeah. And with those brakes and everything, were you able to stop?
Oh, yeah. It's got really good brakes.
Okay. She's nice. What color is this? Dark blue or?
This is Andalusite blue.
Okay.
A lot of people look at it, you got a black truck.
Yeah,
No,
that's right. I thought it was black, and I lowered my glasses here, and it looks blue now.
Yeah, it's Andalusite blue.
Tell me about the steering wheel right now. What do you got going on there?
Okay, the horn, the lights, the Spark Advance.
Spark Advance is right under the horn there, right?
No, that's for the lights.
Oh, the thing. Oh, underneath the horn are the lights.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So on the left of the steering wheel is a Spark Advance.
Right.
And how's that work for people who don't know, like me?
Well, when you first start it up, you want your Spark Advance up all the way.
Okay.
And you pull the gas lever down halfway
Okay.
to start it. Then once you get it started, you put the gas back up and the Spark Advance down to about middle
And you leave it there.
and leave it there.
Oh, okay. If you don't do that, you won't start her then, huh?
Right.
Unless you push her.
Right. Well, you got to put a fuse in it,
Okay.
and you got to turn the gas on before you can start it too.
Okay. Yeah, these cars are a little bit complicated
They
back
were.
then, yeah.
They were.
Does it have a crank in it at one time?
It still has a crank.
Still has a crank?
You can crank it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it still has a crank.
Yeah, I can imagine doing that every day, especially when it's like 0 out or something.
You know, I've heard people breaking their wrists and everything
Yeah.
else because of the backlash.
Oh,
of it.
jeez. Uh-huh. Yeah, that wouldn't be fun at all, I don't think. Hey, Victor, thank you for showing us your
yes.
Model A 28 and a half.
It's 95 years old.
Wow, it's older than me.
5 more years, it's going to be 100.
Yes, wow.
still running.
Still running, still on the roads.
Yep.
What do people do when you go by them on the roads?
They look. They look. Or they'll give you a thumbs up.
Sure. You probably get a lot of that because,
Yeah.
boy, you see nice cars, but this is like so different, because
Yeah.
you don't see these anymore. All the way from Poland, Ohio, we got Gary Duracki in his 75 Pontiac Trans Am. How's it going?
Good, very good.
How long you had this baby?
I bought it for my wife in 1978.
Oh, so you had it quite a while then, huh?
Oh yeah, got about 53,000 miles on it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Original paint.
She's looking good.
Yeah, it's got MagnaFlow dual exhaust. Of course, American race wheels and a few other things, but basically it's stock.
Looks good. What color is this?
You know what? I forget what the heck they
It's
call
a
it.
reddish, like a red
Yeah,
and
it's
orange?
Take a
or-
look. Buccaneer red.
Buccaneer red. That's good. With what? Is that the parchment interior or the white?
It's white.
It's a white interior?
Yeah.
You having fun with it?
Oh yeah. I mean, every week all summer long.
Yeah, these are pretty nice. They're pretty dependable, but especially a Trans Am. What's the difference between that and the Firebird? How much difference?
Well, this got more gingerbread on it.
Okay.
Then you also have the Formula, which is,
Okay.
you know, they're about the same as a Trans Am. They got big motor 400s and 4-speeds and stuff like this. Is an automatic, but they have them. The Formula's a pretty potent car.
And you got the bird on the hood there.
Yeah.
What do they call that? Is that the Phoenix they call it?
Phoenix.
The Phoenix? Yeah.
Some people call it the puking buzzard. Or
Yeah, the Ford guys probably, or
Yeah, yeah.
the Chevy guys.
Yeah, right.
The puking buzzer. I never heard that one. That's a good one. Hey, how you do on the highway with this thing?
Oh, I changed the rear end. It used to have a 256 rear end, and I put a 342. Oh, it goes good.
Goes good? How fast have you had her? It's one of my favorite questions I'd like to ask.
The speedometer only goes to 100, so I don't know.
So have you had it? Have
yeah.
you pegged it? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Back then they didn't put those high speedometers in them, did they?
No. The 74s Trans Ams, they had the 160 mile an hour speedometer,
Okay.
but because this is the first year that they put a catalytic converter on, and
gosh.
the 74s had the 400 turbos in them. This has a 350. So they, because of the schmog and the price of gasoline in the 70s and that stuff,
Did you get rid of the catalytic converter?
yes.
Yes, of course. A lot of guys did. That holds you back a lot, all that stuff they put on there. That's good. So how's your wife drive this all the time?
No.
No. I thought you said this was your wife's
It
car.
was. I bought it originally for her. She drove it in the summer. Come wintertime, we parked it, and she should drive it every now and then, but it is her car.
Yeah, it's her car.
So
yeah.
she says.
Sounds good, Gare. Hey, Gare, thanks for showing us your car. What a beauty you got.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Okay, enjoy it. That's what it's all about.
Oh, yeah.
With me, I got Bob Willison from Canfield, Ohio, in his 1969 Camaro RS SS. And looking good.
Thank you. Thank you. I've had it roughly 10 years. I'd have to look at the title, but I've had it quite a while. And it's a lot of fun. We drive the wheels off it. It's, they aren't any good if you don't drive them.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
Where'd you pick it up at?
Pardon me?
Where'd you pick it up at?
Right out on Detweiler Road. I was friends. The owner before me had it about 9 years.
Okay.
And I kept pestering him. I said, I'd like to buy that car, Well, anyway, one night we were down in Louisville, and it was in the fall. And I told him, Dave, I says, don't forget me if you sell that car. Just kidding around with him, And I'll be darned, like 3 days later, he called me. He says, you really want my Camaro? I says, yeah. I said, I told you that. And he gave me a price, and I went over, and I bought it that day. I mean,
What was it like this when you bought it?
well, yeah, the paint was the way it is.
That's a nice paint job. That's a beautiful paint job.
Very nice paint job on it. And I mean, you got to remember, this paint job's probably 15 years old anyway.
Sure.
So it's held up real well, and I did some suspension work. I put the four-wheel disc brakes on it.
Which makes a big difference.
Yeah.
On my Firebird, I got drum brakes on it.
Right.
And here I am trying to stop that thing. You go 50 and you got to stop real quick. Forget it.
Yeah. Well, this thing, it from the factory, it had front disc brakes, but they were the 11-inch stock brakes. This has 13-inch rotors on it all the way around.
This was what, the first year they come out with disc brakes?
No, you could. It was an option in '67 and '8, but '69 front disc brakes was standard. But like I say, these are 2 inches bigger. Plus, it's got dual piston calipers on it.
Okay.
I mean, you just touch it and it stops.
That's what you want. That's what you want.
That's right. You know, people want to go fast all the time. I'd rather know the thing's safe than, you know what I mean?
Let's talk about the RSSS package. People, we got a lot of kids watching this show, and let's inform them what's going on here.
Well, as I said, if you've got an SS or a Z28 straight car without the RS package, that was like the base. Well, then you get like this car. It's an SS RS. Well, it has the RS front end under it.
Which means what? The headlights?
The headlights and the taillights are different on an RS.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
And but it would never say RS on the car anywhere because SS trumps RS. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now if it was just an RS by itself, it would say Rally Sport on it.
Okay.
But like a Z28, an RS Z28 will not say RS anywhere. Same way with an SS, you know.
Getting on the hood there, what do we call those things?
Well, I've had different people over the years say that they're the old ice cube trays, you know, but
They're not open or anything.
no, they're not functional. GM never made anything.
It looks
like
really good.
It does, but yeah, they aren't functional. Chevelles were the same way. They look nice, but they don't do anything. You know, it's
The whole car looks nice. I can tell you never put the top down, right?
well, you know what? There's cars I like the top down on. We have a '62 Corvette. I never put the top up on it.
Yeah.
But this car, I like it better with the top up.
You know, my '69, I like it up. I don't know why. I just like it up better.
If this wasn't an RS, those big backup lights in the rear pan would not be there.
Okay.
And the tail lights would have a backup light
In the tail light.
in the
Okay.
tail light.
I see.
So that's another thing. If you're ever behind one, you can say, hey, that's an RS. Look at the backup lights, you know. It's
Hey, I need some parts for my '69 Firebird. What do you think? Can I grab some? With me, I have Doug Carlisle with his 54 Ford Crestline Victoria. How's it going?
Going good.
Yeah, this is a beauty.
Thank you.
How long you owned her?
I've had this one for 4 years.
Where'd you get her at?
I bought her locally off of a friend I worked with at TP Tools was looking to sell it, and I have another 54, and I figured I'd put this in the barn with it.
Yes. This is nice. What color is this?
That is coral.
Okay.
During that period of time, right there in the basically the mid-50s, automotive people, manufacturers learned that a woman had a very big part in choosing colors on cars, and that's why, if you notice, through the 1950s, there were a lot of pastel colors and just a rainbow, and the interiors were so pretty as opposed to our basic beige and grays today.
Yeah, but give it the women's touch. It's always nicer. Get the women, even when you paint the house and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The woman's touch is always nicer. You know?
Yeah.
Guys always, I don't know. I always ask my girlfriend, what color should I paint this? Okay. I might not agree, but when we're done, it's usually nicer.
Yeah, yes.
But this is very nice with the white interior. Is this all stock like this?
Yes, it is. The interior is a stock color. It would have had the coral color on the seat backs instead of the white, but the seat pads itself with the buttons and everything in it, that was the way they would be. But this would have been coral like the door panels are.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And he happened to like the 51 Ford steering wheel, and that steering wheel's out of a 51 Ford instead of the 54 wheel.
Okay, I got you.
And then there's a little sun visor across the top he added, along with the spotlights and the vents over the side view mirrors.
They work?
Yes.
They work pretty good?
Yeah.
Especially on a sunny day like today, like what is it, 80 degrees out here today?
Yeah.
Oh man.
You know, you'd be surprised though, with the vents, the floor vents in these cars, you really don't notice the heat that much. I mean, I know we're spoiled by air conditioning, but I mean, with all four windows down, going down the road, I'm comfortable in it.
That was the way they air conditioned the car back then, you know?
It was.
What do you got in the radio-wise here?
It's the stock radio. It's just a plain AM radio.
Got a clock in it and everything.
Yeah, it's got a clock, tube-type radio. It takes probably about 10, 20 seconds to warm up before you hear anything.
Can you get tubes for it if you blow them out?
I would imagine you could. I've never had a problem with the radio in this one or my other 54. I don't even have this one connected up because I just as soon listen to the engine.
Yeah. What do you got for a transmission in this?
This is a Ford-O-Matic transmission. It starts out in second gear and then shifts into third.
Automatically?
Automatically.
Okay.
If you want it in low gear, you have to shift it down into low. And that was more for getting it out of tough situations like snow or mud.
I gotcha. This is a beauty. What's she weigh? About 3,500 pounds?
No, I don't think it weighs that much. I think it's more like in the 2000s. Everybody thinks they weigh so much, but
it looks like a tank.
Yeah, it does. I'll tell you one thing: without power steering, it.
Oh no, power. That's right. Well, that's why you got the bigger wheel in it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it also wasn't bad when you had bias ply tires because you didn't have as much rubber on the road. But with the radials, you're not going to palm that wheel.
All right. She's a beauty. Doug,
Thank you.
Doug, thanks for showing us your car. What a beauty she is.
My pleasure.
You might know this mug before. We've had him on a couple times now. Howie Ashman from Poland, Ohio. How's it going, Howie?
Great. How about you guys?
Every time I turn around, you got some beautiful cars here.
Thank you. It's good to see you guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
I ran into you last night down in, where was it? Louisville.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I saw this car. I saw this car. I said, Howie's got to have this car.
Yeah.
Where'd you get this thing at?
It just come out of Boston. It belonged to a friend of mine. It was a famous custom up in that area. It was called the Renegade. And it has multiple custom things done to it, and we'll go over a few if you'd like.
So it started out as a 54 Merc.
54 Merc, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay,
And
let's go over it. This is
got
interesting.
Pontiac front bumpers, 57 Pontiac bumpers. The headlights are Frenched. The hood's scoops done, and then it has the little scoops in the back.
They're open?
Yeah, it'll go into give it some air to the to the motor.
What do you got motor in there?
It's at 312 with a tri-power setup. With it's got automatic, power steering and brakes. They did the lake pipes, molded them. They molded the fenders. The fenders are all molded. Custom caps. Ronnie Dugan made the caps for it. Yep. In the day, everybody made their own hubcaps. You took parts off of one and put them on the other, and you made spinners. Because they didn't sell spinners, so everybody made their own. And it's got the big Appleton spotlights. Got a really nice custom interior. They spent a lot of time doing the interior.
You know who did it?
Nah, it was, like I said, it come out of up around Boston, the Connecticut area, but the car was known on the circuit up there. It was a show car, and they called it the Renegade. And like I said, a friend of mine had it, and he passed away, and he told his son if he ever died to sell it to me. So his son called me, and I bought it. It's got Lincoln buttons for the doors.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, that's a nice touch.
It's got molded skirts. It has Packard taillights with the Pontiac rear bumpers. It's kind of all molded in.
Yeah, these Packard taillights are pretty popular in the customs.
In the 50s, that's what everyone wanted was Packard taillights because they give it that that pointy, and they extend the quarter, which gives it a little longer look. But we've been doing this so long, it's Packard taillights were the thing, when we were young. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But, car runs and drives beautiful. It's just I was so excited to get it, and like I said, I only had it 2 weeks. But
that's all, 2 weeks.
Yeah, I just went and got it up in Boston.
You drive it home or ship it home?
No, actually I put it on the trailer and brought that. I bought that in a 49 Merc convertible off of the same guy. It belonged to, like I said, a friend of mine who passed away. And he had a Merc convertible, which are really getting scarce. The 49, 50,
Sure.
50, they're scarce. So I bought them both. And I actually traded him. I had a 57 Pontiac wagon. I traded him for the Merc. So, but that's like a copper pearl, which they told me it was on a Prowler. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but it looks like pretty close to that Prowler one. You know what I mean? Also, which is probably the same color. PT Cruiser had a color like this too, so which would have been Chrysler. So it probably was
color,
on a Prowler. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Side Lakers on it. What do you call them? Side pipes?
Yeah, lake pipes, and they molded them up front.
Yeah.
A lot of work, you know what I mean?
A lot of work. This is a beauty.
They molded the skirts. The skirts are all done.
Let's look at the interior a little bit, Howie.
Yeah, let me open it up for you.
I didn't get a chance really to look at that too much.
It actually has an onboard compressor that you push a button and you can lift the back up.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a little compressor. You just push it and then you could push a button and let it down. It's kind of cool, And that's stuff they did in the 50s.
That's hydraulics of nowadays,
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Wow.
Up to, And then actually the front has air ride. It has an air ride system on the front. But,
how about the steering wheel? Is that stock on this?
Yeah, that's a stock wheel.
It's all stock.
They did all the chrome. See around the windows?
Yeah.
All the chrome's done. And it was at Monterey, which you could see on there.
That was a jazzier one, huh?
Yeah, yep.
So this would have been a Mercury Monterey.
Yeah, and then they put the buckets in the console and all that was all custom made for it, In the day, it probably had a bench seat, That's probably what it had. But yeah, it's funny how when they did the interior, they made all the floor mats to match. Today you can't even buy floor mats. We used to look for white ones in the day. Today you can't even buy white floor mats.
Yeah, got to get them made.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But it's nice because it's it's right out of the 50s, and you don't see many 50 customs anymore.
Right.
They're getting scarce because all guys that did that stuff, they're passing away or they're selling all their stuff. A lot of guys are getting old, so they're selling off all their stuff. And like I said, this guy was a real good friend of mine. We did a lot of trading cars and stuff, and he was from Boston. And like he told his son, when I pass away, call Howie because he'll buy this car. I couldn't wait to get it. You know what I mean?
Well, the last couple you had from Florida.
That'll be me. I'll be saying, yeah, you know. Yeah.
Didn't you have a couple from Florida
Oh, yeah.
before?
Yeah.
We did you with what before? That big Cadillac?
Yeah, you did the Cadillac. Yeah.
What was that? I mean, I can't remember what it
The
was.
one was a 53, the orange one you did, yeah.
I think you sold it like the next day or something.
Well, I took it to an auction. Remember,
Okay.
I was taking it, and you said, well, I want to do it. And so you did it on Friday night, and then I took it Saturday morning to the auction up in Carlisle, and we sold it up there, yeah. But, yeah, I just got another caddy that you're going to see. It's a 60 convertible. It's a nice one. You'll see it this year. I'm going to drive it this summer. But
Sounds good, Howie.
all right.
Hey,
Hey, I
Howie.
appreciate you guys, really.
Yeah.
And it's fun to watch you. You know,
Thank you. Thank you for watching.
We enjoy it. We enjoy it.
Greg
you know.
does all the work, though.
I don't know about that.
He does.
Yeah.
I got the easy job.
Yeah, you do. You know, hey, you just interview, right?
That's it.
Say what
That's
you
it.
can,
Greg's
right?
got to put it all together and edit
But it's
it.
nice
put
today.
music
You
to
see
it.
it today. I see a lot of young kids out here, which is, you know, that's what we're hoping for. You know what I mean? To carry all this on, because, you know, I've been doing this since I was a kid, and you know, now today, it's these guys are all buying Volkswagens, which is cool. You know, there's a whole crew of Volkswagens. You know, I enjoy that, just watching the young kids do it. You know.
Anything's cool anymore.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. Trucks are hot. Everything's, you know, which is nice because you hate to see this die. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And you guys keep it alive, which we really appreciate. We really do.
It's what we love to do. So.
Yeah. Well, you guys keep it alive. Think about it. Without you guys, you know, there's not a lot of people out here doing this. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of beautiful cars around here in the Youngstown area.
It's funny. We drive by buildings, and I would say to my wife or my buddy Ronnie Dugan, I'll say, man, I wonder what's in that garage. You know what I mean? And you know there's something in there. You know what I mean? A guy called me the other day. He said, hey, I got 10 cars for sale. I said, really? Where are you at? He said, I'm downtown Youngstown. Right? Yeah. And you know, you come to a building down there, and he opens the door, and it's an old building, and he got Mustangs, Corvettes, everything. I mean, it's amazing that the cars that you don't know are around. I mean, there's thousands of them. You know
A lot
what I
of
mean?
people bought them and stashed them
Oh,
away.
yeah. Well,
Or
you know-
they just collect them too. A lot of people buy them, put them in their garage, they'll stay there, and
see,
then they'll
me,
buy
I wanna
another
drive
one.
them. That's
Yeah.
I want to go to car cruise. Well, you know, now, you know, we have a car cruise every night here. In Youngstown area, we have a car cruise every night, which is fun, you know. And
We got Lowville Monday, Southern Park Mall on Tuesday. What's on Wednesday here?
Wednesday, you got the Dairy Queen in Lordstown. That's a good
right.
show. Yeah, that's a
good
great
one.
show.
And
Yeah.
Thursday we got Quaker Steak and Lube.
Yeah. Friday night, you got the Quaker Steak over here.
Yep.
Sunday over in Austintown.
That's always a good one.
Yeah,
there,
that's a big one. Yeah. But
This is tis the season right
it's
now.
kind of fun, you know. You go meet your buddies, you sit around, tell a bunch of lies, and go home.
You got it.
All right, thanks, guys. I appreciate it,
Thank
man.
you very
Always
much,
good to
man.
see you, man.
Okay,
Good to
all
see you guys.
in front of Steel Valley Brew Works here at Southern Park Mall.
Yeah, we had a few already.
We are Steel Valley Brew Works.
It's a perfect night out here.
Yes, it is. We're here at the Southern Park Mall, Tuesday night, cruise night here. What a nice night, huh? 80 degrees. We interviewed some great cars here tonight. You know that? Looks like we stuck around with the low 50s for some reason with these cars, 54, 53.
A few different ones,
Yeah,
but you know what? You know, everybody's got a nice car. You can't get them all. It's just impossible. But we wanted to hit at least one cruise night this season because we usually hit the bigger shows, we hit the car shows, but we got to hit. And we haven't been to this one before. No. This has been last couple years since they got the Debartolo Center here done, and wanted to hit this one because this is a perfect night to do it.
It's basically what, behind the mall, this area?
Yeah, it's on the side. Sears used to be right here.
Oh,
They
okay.
tore the Sears down, and they built this beautiful facility.
And double bogies is there.
Yeah, double bogies, Steel Valley Brew Works, and they've got the soccer fields here. And this is just what an improvement. I mean, this is just unbelievable.
Very nice, very nice. It's so nice to be out into the crowd again. You know that, talking to people in the sun. 80 degrees here today. 80 degrees.
Perfect.
You believe that?
Yep.
Can't beat that.
Well, make sure to check us out on Armstrong's YouTube site and armstrongstreetscene@gmail.com if you got any questions. So,
Don't forget our podcast too. We do a podcast every other Wednesday, and that's on YouTube also under Armstrong Street Scene. Right?
Yep. Armstrong Street Scene Power Hour.
Power Hour, right?
So check
and we got a new guest.
Yeah. We have a new host.
A new host.
Yep. So John's our new host, and he is great. He's the local guy, and he knows a little of everything. So we got that.
I know everything.
He knows nothing.
I know a little of nothing.
For Rick Guerrero, I'm Greg Roden, and we will see you
down the road.